Hello! I don't know if anybody will watch this while it's live, but hiya. Right, so we're going to do a 3 card reading on Do They Feel the Same? And I thought I would just upload it live because it takes forever right now to upload as an actual video because of the streaming and bandwidths have been reduced because of the coronavirus right now. So I'll be putting the details down below for timestamps and stuff after the video, or if anybody wants to do it for me, go ahead. And again, if anybody wants a private reading with me, there are details in the description. I don't charge a lot, and you only pay for my time that I take to do the reading and not the reading itself. So we've got 3 piles today for Do They Feel the Same? I've got the Kitchen Witches Oracle, I've got the Herb Oracle, I don't know if that's, what is it called actually? The Magical Herb Oracle is what it's called, and the Enchanted Oracle deck. So this is pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3, and you can make your selection, pause the video if you need to. We're also going to do charms. Right, let me start with pile number 1. Right, what can we say about pile 1's person? Do they feel the same about them? And obviously good grief, my shuffling's terrible today. We can get other messages coming up in this as well, not just the title. That's the thing about the cards, you might ask them a specific question, but they'll turn around and tell you whatever it is they want you to know. Right, we have lemon, which is bitterness. Aloe vera, which is soothe. Oh, contradicting. Echinacea, which is fortify. And then we have eucalyptus, which is breathe. Okay, so this might be someone that you've probably been in a relationship with. And now you're not. I'm also going to add in the Prisma Tarot, a couple of these to each of the decks that I've picked for each pile. So we'll do them once I've read these. So there's some bitterness that you're feeling towards somebody. And they're feeling some bitterness towards you. So I feel like this was somebody that you were with and you split up. It could also, there's also some, there's 2 energies. There's somebody that you were with and somebody that you were very close to, like a friend. Maybe even a family member as well. I'm starting to pick up on other pieces of information. Maybe this person wasn't what you thought they were. Like when you first met them, they soothed you. They made you feel strong. They made you feel good. They allowed you space to breathe from the things that were going on in your life. But you found out that this person was just using you, or something like that, or that they were seeing somebody else, or they've been talking about you behind your back, and it wasn't very nice what they said about it. It's like what they, like, you might have spilled your guts to this person, and they soothed you. They made you feel stronger and good about yourself, and then they gave you the time to release and breathe. But then they've taken that information and used it against you and went and backstabbed. It could be a family member, friend, or possibly a partner. At first, when I started the reading, I thought it was just a love interest, but it seems it's not. It could be a mixture for some of you. And you're still trying to get over it. Because this person was really truly somebody you thought you could trust, and it's really hurt you that they've done this. And the best part is they're feeling bitter towards you because you found them out. You found them out and they feel bitter towards you for basically catching them out. And then you've probably, either ghosted them and just got rid of them, and you're not speaking to them, and they're trying to make it like they don't know why you're doing it, but they do. Or you have told them and they don't like being told. They might be a bit narcissistic, and again, could be family, friend, or somebody that you've dated. Okay, you're just jumping out everywhere today, right? Fine. Das ist okay. I don't know if that's German or not, by the way, I'm just saying it. Right, 8 of Swords. Okay. Temperance, Justice, and the Lovers. So for some of you, it very well could be a relationship. You know what I'm getting? There might have been a point in this cycle, and again, take what resonates. It's freedom. That you felt, or you found something, and you tried to out this person, because they weren't just doing this to you; they were doing it to other people, and you found out. But this person's like narcissistic charm, and no matter what they do to people, they seem to get away with it. And you felt unvindicated, like, or lack of justice, with the Justice card here. And with the Lovers card, for some of you, this was somebody that you love. Could again be a friend, family, or partner. Or maybe even people that you love, like your friends and family, didn't believe you when you told them what this person did to you. Because this person doesn't come across like that kind of person. And you've been left unvindicated for a long time about this situation. You've been trapped in your own mind because you knew you couldn't tell anybody because they wouldn't believe you. This person really did a number. And again, this is kind of off topic for the title, but the cards do that. They'll tell you what you need to know. And if you pick this pile, then this information is for you. But with Temperance, this is celebration. So you've had some kind of vindication now, and this person's been caught, and what they're feeling towards you is bitterness. And you feel bitterness towards them. So they do feel the same, but for a different reason. It's because they've been caught. And that's completely pathetic. On their part, I mean, not yours. It's alright. I'm not trying to say that you're pathetic. I don't think any of my watchers, what do they call people on YouTube? Like your subscribers, that's it. Watchers, oh my god. I don't think any of my watchers are bad people. I think most people that come to the channel must be seeking answers, especially for things that haven't gone the way they wanted or whatever, so. Let's do charms. Right, so you've kept stuff bottled up for a while about this person. Or you started trying to tell people, but people wouldn't listen. You tried to open up about it, but people wouldn't listen. There's all this trying to talk, communication with the feather. But you've been shut up, you've been bottled up, you've been told you shouldn't say things like that, or this person wouldn't do that, or that's a family member, you can't say that about them. Or that's your best friend, you've known them since high school, they wouldn't do that to you. All this rubbish. Or some partner that you had who was with you for a while and everybody thought they were brilliant, but you knew the truth. There's been somebody who's done something and they've finally been caught, and now everybody knows what they are. Or are going to. If you haven't reached this stage yet, they're going to get caught. But they do feel the same towards you as you do towards them. It's just that they've been caught and they don't like it. So you've got a lot of releasing to do from this person. They've really scarred you. They've gave your trust in people a bashing, and you're reluctant to open up to anybody else. But you do have new beginnings coming, and it'll be somebody that you can trust this time, whether family, friend, or partner. They'll be passionate as well. Or you're going to feel a renewed sense of passion with this other person, but you're going to, from your experience with this narcissistic person, whoever they are, you've picked up on some of the signs, and I think if you see these signs in other people, you're going to get rid of them. You're not going to allow this to happen to you again, because this person, it feels like they broke you. It feels like they dragged you in and just let you go and decided, you're worth my time. And again, it's pathetic, but alright. You've got a lot of luck on your side, but it's been a bit of a helter-skelter. It's been a bit like twisty-turny tornado, like you didn't know what was coming next. There is love coming for you, there is growth. And again, with the Malachite, love. So there's nothing to worry about on that front. but you're trying to repair, and that might even be what you can out as well. They might have made you feel stronger after your situation, but now you're trying to build up your fortifications again. Then we have letters. We have G and E, an X, an A, and a W. Now, these letters could be place names, the initials of a place. It could be the initials of a person. If the letters don't make any sense, the numbers don't. So we have 1, 1, 2, 4, and 8. So you might be sort of coming to the end of finally getting with A. You're coming to the end of finally feeling like, you know what, everybody, I was telling the truth the whole time about this person. You know, you're reaching that stage. You've either reached it or you're coming to a very close point where it's going to be reached. This person will be caught if they haven't been already. And then there's some things like you're trusting people. With the ones you're trying to rebuild that now. You're just at the beginning stages of repairing the damage, is what I'm trying to say. And the same with the 2. And then you're almost at the halfway point with the way that you feel towards them. It's like you want to let it go, but you still find it hard to believe that this person did what they did. And maybe you've got vindication on the part of people finally believing you about this person, but not vindication from the person themselves about why they did what they did. That might be what it is. So yeah, they do feel the same. They feel biased towards you, but only because they were caught. Okay, Pile 1, thank you for watching. If you want a reading with me, the details are in the description. And I hope to see you on the channel again soon. And now we're going to move on to Pile 2. Okay, hi Pile 2. So we've got, what was this, the Magical Herb Tarot? The Magical Herb Oracle. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if they feel the same about you. I think that's a bit too many. Right, I just need 4 cards from this pile, please. Does Pile 2's person feel the same about them? Let's take that one and that one. Right. I really need to get one of those card holder. Oh, I've got 5. I could have sworn that was 4. What is happening here? I don't know. Right, let's just put the cards out, I suppose. Right, compassion, protection, courage, meditation, progress. Okay, this is a nice one. So do they feel the same about you? I feel like, or yeah, this is somebody that you're with. This is a partner. This is possibly somebody that you're either deeply in a relationship with or are married to. They feel protective and compassionate towards you, and you feel the same towards them. They provide you with courage that you lacked before for some reason, and you also give them courage, but you maybe don't realise that because they come across like this really strong person and they just hold you up every time that you fall. They're always willing to try and keep trying. They don't just leave you on the floor like most people. This person has you in awe. You're in awe of them, they're in awe of you. It's a relationship like nothing else you've ever had. And if you're not in this relationship already, I would be surprised. Because there's the progress card here as well, suggests that you've been already made progress with this person, they're already in your life. With meditation, I feel like, aside from awe of each other, it's like you're both regularly like, how did I meet this person? What did I do to get this person? Like, I'm so freaking lucky. Just, that's the general consensus here. And they feel what you feel. Yeah, they do, they feel the same. There is a lot of protection and compassion, so I wonder if you went through a lot before. And they sort of restored your faith in humanity. You might have been with somebody who was horrible to you before, who was I want to say physical. I'm not going to go too deep into that. That's a horrible feeling. I don't. Let's not have horror feelings, people. Ace of Wands, so they're passionate as well, and so are you. And I mean passionate as in the phallic sort, you know. And that's not a bad thing. Maybe you had bad time in passionate relationships before in this sort of sexual department, and this person has brought back your courage and helps you progress in that way as well. Maybe somebody didn't treat you very well, or something had happened that was bad, like maybe rape. I don't want to say that. I don't know if YouTube delete my video on me for that, but I feel like something happened to you before, and they've put in a lot of effort to help you progress in all aspects. Because there was a devil here. Because as well as sexual energy here, this is a much nicer energy than this one. This is also about sexual energy, or can be. But really, phone, what are you doing? You still recording? Oh, wonderful. I don't like when it makes weird noises because I don't know if it's stopping recording or something. I've been having trouble with my phone. The devil. I feel like there was someone in your life previously who was not very nice to you, and this person that you're with now is the one building it up. That's what this looks like. And again, some of the piles will go quicker than others, but that's purely because some of these are a lot easier to read. You may have been stuck in your mind about the past when you first met this person, or you get stuck in, like, this could also be meditation. It doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. It could just be that you are often awed at how you met this person, or how much effort they put in, even when you think about the times when they should have left you, when you were working through the worst parts of your previous or your previous experience. You felt like, why did this person tolerate me? Why was he still there? Why didn't he lash out at me? Why didn't he do that? But like the other person did to me, you know. And but they've stayed. Like, why? Like you can't get your head around it, or couldn't at one point. And they feel all these things at the top that we've spoken about already, but they're really passionate towards you, about you, because they want to be the one that shows you that not everybody's bad. And they'll keep showing you that until the very end. And then I'm drawn to this padlock here. It's almost like they've locked themselves onto you and they're not letting go. Like they've put that padlock on and they've thrown away the key. Like, that ain't coming off. Like, this person ain't a rolling stone. This is it. If you're not already married to this person, I feel like there's potentially going to be a marriage proposal as well. And it's also somebody who's stable, reliable, predictable, but not in a bad way. And you've always wanted that. And you feel that sort of stability towards them as they feel towards you. They feel that sort of meditative, how did I find this person stuff towards you as well. They feel protective, you feel protective. Maybe in a different way. Their energy, sorry. Although it is a masculine energy, I will say that. Their energy seems to be protective. Like, never letting anything hurt you again. And yours is kind of as protective as well, as in, like, I really don't want to lose this, you know, I really need to. And it may have driven you a little bit mad at times. To the point where you may have thought you would lose them, but you didn't. And that's where that other stuff comes from. Like, well, why did they tolerate that? Why did they not run away? You know, why didn't they think I was a weirdo? You know, that stuff. I feel like this is somebody who's been through a lot. That's what I'm going to say. Woo. Yeah, so even with this person, because you were in a bad relationship before, I wonder if you took a huge risk by being with this person. At all. It might have, maybe they took you some time to come around to the idea of being with this person. Maybe they tried to get with you for a long time, and you just felt a bit all over the place about it. You just felt like this is going too fast or it's twisty turny, but that's only for some of you. And now you've ended up with this stable and almost psychic connection with this person. Why are you stuck to this? Come on now, get off of here. You've got a psychic connection with this person, you've got a loving connection with this person, but it took time. Whether that took time for you to get together or time for the relationship to progress with the progress card is something only you will know, but that's what's there. And now it's closed, it's shut, it's ready to go, it's stable. There's been a lot of growth. And I'm going to get stabbed by that pin. Please don't do that, I don't like that. Where does this even go? Stay shut. Yeah, so growth. There's been a lot of, you feel like lucky. And this relationship is much more communicative than the last one. In terms that the last person who treated you badly, they never gave reason why, they just did. If something was wrong, rather than explain it to you so you could fix it, they'd just slap you. Or call you stupid or make you feel like an idiot. Or something. But this person doesn't do that. They just communicate everything with you. They're just open. Or if you do something that slightly annoys them, if they come and say, you know that thing, maybe not do that. And then you say, oh sorry, I didn't realise. It could be something that stupid. Like you left a tea bag on the counter or something. And they didn't particularly enjoy picking it up, because that's me. I hate cold tea bags on the counter, because they're slimy, and the cold, and but like when that first happened in my relationship, I said to my partner, I was like, can I leave them there? It's horrible picking them up. He's like, you could just put a glove on. I'm like, no, just didn't flipping do it. So, but it wasn't nasty. And he didn't realise it was something that annoyed me, and he just went, oh well, sorry. He's like, I'll just put it in the bin the next time. But maybe in the past, your previous partner, you would do something that stupid or silly that wasn't even worth an argument, and they'd beat you up for it, or shout at you, or make you feel stupid, or belittle you in some way. It could be something like that. Then we also have only one tile today for the letters for some reason, and it's A. So this could be a place name or a person's name, and if it's not, it could just be the number, which is 1. This might just be that you're at the beginning of a new phase in your relationship. This person's already done a lot of proving to you on what they are and who they are. They've already done a lot of helping, and you're just at the beginning of finally releasing. You've got the protection and the courage to just release it and make even more progress. It's only going to get stronger for pile 2. So your person feels the same way as you, sure. Yeah, so thank you, pile 2, for watching. If you want a private reading, the details will be in the bottom of the description once I'm finished this live, because I can't put the details in live. I could put a title, but I can't put the details in live apparently. So I'll pop them in straight after, and then we'll move on to pile 3. So thank you. Okay, hi pile 3. So we're going to find out today if they feel the same. I think that's the title of it. Sometimes I go through videos and I keep forgetting what the title is. Right, we're using the Enchanted Oracle today, so let's go for that. Right, that was an easier selection. Sometimes you just know to pick out, you just know to take the first ones or whatever, and then other times it's just like you shuffle, and you didn't get. Okay, first we've got wishes and fertility. I'm already getting 2 scenarios. Intellect and rebirth. Right, again, obviously this is a general reading, so because of that, this is 2 energies that I can sense. There's somebody here who's already married, and somebody here who's not. They're not even with the person that they're thinking about right now. They wish to be with this person. They want this person to be the mother or the father of their children. They admire this person's intellect, and they want to be with this person. They feel reborn, a totally different person when they're with this person. Whether it's a work colleague or a friend right now, as the case may be. The other scenario is that somebody here is already married or with somebody, and they're stable. And they've worked on their career, and they're at a new place in their life, a reborn place in their life, and they want to have a child. But there is a possibility, it is a deep-seated desire, it is a wish, but they are not sure if they're going to get pregnant. They might have been trying for a while and they've not been successful. And they're starting to lose faith and hope. And they might, with the intellect card, they could also be researching the topic like crazy. And they're sort of trying to face this possibility of having reborn in terms of not having kids, or moving forward in life with not having kids, because that's the sort of way they've resigned themselves to be in. Now, if I can see anything in the Prisma Tarot about this, I'll tell you, but if I don't, then I don't, because I'm not psychic, I just read the cards. Now, if you want to know if there's the two scenarios for the people involved. If you want to know if the person you're wishing to be with and have kids with feels the same, they do. Because that's what the cards are for, they're about the other person, but they reflect what you want as well, or what you wish them to feel, sorry. And for the people who are already married and trying to have children and haven't been successful, I feel like your partner also wants that. They're also deeply desiring children. But because you haven't been successful, they might have already even suggested either looking forward to the future, I don't mean forward, no, like moving forward in the future without kids, or adoption. This rebirth might have another way of thinking about how you have children, whether it be adoption or actually IVF. The natural processes don't seem to be working, or if you've already gone through IVF as well, it could be that you're planning to adopt or looking at your future without children. And I'm sorry if that is the case, but two scenarios I can see here, and the things you're feeling towards the situations are the same as your partner's or the person that you're interested in. Let's see if we can get any further. Right, okay, and that, Jesus, you've got a lot of Prisma Tarot by comparison to the other decks. I don't have coronavirus, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering why I'm coughing. It's because I've got asthma. But I'm fine. Right, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is also wishes, apparently. Things coming true, things growing. Could be a baby. You never know, you might be pregnant right now and you don't even realise that. Sometimes it's just the stress of trying that stops you from getting where you want to be. And that can relate to anything in life, doesn't have to be having kids. Then we have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. The Two of Swords. The Seven of Chalices. Okay. So, yeah, right, Justice. The Five of Wands. And the Ten of Pentacles. Look, happy family at the end of it. One way or another, you'll have children, but, you know, it might just not be the way you want. There might also be some of you guys, specifically a feminine energy, who's worried that your husband or your partner who you want to have kids with will divorce you. It might not be the case that they are going to, you're just paranoid that they will because you can't give them a child, or you know what I mean. But I don't think you need to worry about that. Some of you, you're just stressed out and you will have kids eventually, but you're kind of fighting with yourself just now. You're so passionate about it, but you're sort of letting your mind run away with itself. But some of you will, Ten of Pentacles, have a family. One way or another, whether it's adoption, IVF, or naturally. Some of you can get pregnant naturally, you're just stressed. And it's like the thought of becoming a parent after living your life for a while is like, oh my god. Or maybe if you are already pregnant or have just found out you're pregnant, you could just be like, oh my god, wow, it's happening. You just are not believing it quite yet. And some of you, you've got choices to make with the Seven of Chalices. You've got options, so it could be just to keep trying, or it could be to have IVF, or it could be to dropped, as I was saying before with the rebirth card. And the Two of Swords again is a bit like the Five of Wands, where it's like you're fighting with yourself. You're just like stabbing in the dark, like, what do I do now? You know, because some of you are going to be struggling to be where you want to be, and others of you, you're just needing to relax a bit. But for those of you who are needing to go through IVF or who are not able to get pregnant, I'm so sorry. And you might be beating yourself up about it, or thinking that your partner hates you or wants to divorce you because you can't give them a child. But that's not the case. They have the same wishes and desires, but at the forefront, they love you more and want to be with you more than having a child, if that's the way it's meant to be. And not in a bad way at all. And if it means adoption, then so be it. If it means living without children, as long as they've got you, they don't care. Well, they do care, but not like, so much that they would divorce you or treat you badly or hate you or something. And aside from anything else, there's with Eight of Pentacles, they see you as their queen, their passionate queen who puts their mind to stuff and does it, regardless. You might be a water sign as well. I don't know why I want to say that. There's a fire and earth here as well, a lot of that. But there is growth, this person wants you, first and foremost. If kids come along, great. If they don't mind. And as for the people who are wishing to be with somebody and they've got that person in their life that they want to be the father or the mother of their children, you might be friends with this person or a work colleague, but you know that there's something else there. I mean, don't force any of this on somebody that you barely know, because that wouldn't be fair. But if it's somebody you know and you've got that connection, this person feels the same, but they're scared to say something. Or they feel like you're better than them, or you're too good than them. Maybe you're in a higher up position than they are. In terms of your job or your means in life. They might even envision themselves marrying you, but they just think, they get lost in their mind about, you could have anything that you choose. Why would they pick me? That sort of thing. But they're willing to work on the connection with you. They're willing to help it grow and hope that it comes to this. So right, so the charms for these two situations, I'll try to encompass them as best I can, is growth. Regardless whether you're with this person and you want to have kids and can't or whatever, there's going to be growth, because this person loves you more than whether you can give them children or not. And because I'm not picking up on any bad energies, there's nobody here that's hating your guts or anything like that. And for the people who are, if they've got a friend that they're into, there's going to be growth there and possible actually getting together. And for the people who are already attached, you're going to stay attached. There'll be new beginnings for everybody in these situations, whether it's with the person that you want to be with or whether it's having children or not. There'll be new beginnings, but they'll be positive and you'll be able to move forward, and it'll be a lot better than you think it will. At this point, you might be stuck in a rut right now. Just let go of the things that don't serve you, bad thoughts, bad people, anything like that. Just allow them to be released so that you can have your new beginning. And you're protected as well by Spirit. There'll be love no matter what. Doesn't really matter if you have kids or not, or even if you get together with the person you want to be with in the other situation or not. They're going to love you anyway. And with the dice, I feel like this is for the first situation with the person that's wishing to be with somebody. It could be taking a risk with them, maybe because they're higher up than you, like a doctor. Like you work in a doctor's surgery, or you're and you're not supposed to date the doctors, or I don't know. There's something about taking a risk in love, but that will apply to you, or if you're in a workplace where you're not supposed to date colleagues or whatever. But there will be communication. There's going to be a lot of communication. For those of you who are trying to have kids or want to adopt, the father or the potential father of your children could be a very good one and will take a lot of the flack. They don't believe in just letting the woman do it all. They would actually put in the effort as well. With the wee bunny charm, they'd put the effort in. They wouldn't just leave it all to you, wouldn't just, have the baby then run away with after it's born and lock the door, Some of you have got a psychic connection with your person. Some of you are very financially stable as well. Some of you might even open up to your partner about how you feel. The ones of you who are struggling to get pregnant or who have just found out that they're pregnant might be sort of opening up to their partner about how they feel, only to find out that their partner doesn't feel quite as bad as they thought. Then we have Geronimo with the blue, so again communications, but it will be into new horizons. So it might be communication about having an adoption and then diving into that. Or communication that you're pregnant finally and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to be a parent. It could be, there's a bunch of different situations, but two predominant ones, and more growth really. That's all I can see here is growth. And your letters are D, O, J, L, T and L again. And your numbers are 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 and 8. So some of you are almost at completion. Some of you are maybe even got pregnant recently and you thought you couldn't. Or some of you have maybe got to the end of the adoption scheme and you're finally able to start waiting for the call to say there's a child, there's a baby for you, or you've have IVF and you finally found out that an egg has actually taken. And some of you are just at the beginning and all you're doing is worrying. Is it going to happen? Is it me? Is there something wrong with me? That sort of thing. You're just sort of like, we're expecting it to happen sooner. Maybe. There could be polycystic ovaries involved. And some of you are struggling with that. Because I know that can affect pregnancy as well, but yeah. Some of you are just at the start of this journey. But I hope it's not affecting you too badly. I hope that you're all doing okay overall. But anyway, if anybody wants a private reading, the details will be in the description after the video. And I hope everybody is well after the coronavirus. Or, well, because we're reaching the peak now, I think. So I hope everybody's okay. And whatever situation you're going through alongside this epidemic, right? It doesn't matter I know it matters to you if you're having children especially. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life, you're safe, you're loved, and there's no animosity in any of the readings today. The first one was a bit bitter, but it wasn't animosity, like really bad. It was like pissed off that they've been caught for pile 1, if you're watching this at the end, pile 1. But yeah, you don't, pile 3 especially, you've got nothing to worry about. So I hope that reading was helpful to you guys, and I will see you some other time. I don't even know how to switch this off.